Hello, I'm Liz, a librarian at the Grand Rapids Public Library. Thank you for tuning in to our Summer Reading Challenge event today. We have an exciting story and some fun songs to sing, and we'll have a fun visit from our friends at Blandford. But before that, we want to have a special thank you to the Grand Rapids Public Library Foundation. Their generous support makes Summer Reading Challenge and other fun GRPL programs available to all of us. Are you ready to sing a song with me? Can you clap your hands? Great. Clap, clap, clap your hands with me. Clap your hands, 1, 2, 3, clap your hands with me. Can you roll your hands? Roll, roll, roll your hands with me. Roll your hands, 1, 2, 3, roll your hands with me. Can you shake your hands? Shake, shake, shake your hands with me. Shake your hands, 1, 2, 3, shake your hands with me. Great job, everybody. Thank you. Today our fun story is called One Day in the Eucalyptus Tree. This is a story by Daniel Bernstrom. And what do you think the story might be about? Who's this friend winding all around with a slithery tongue? That's right, it's a snake. One day in the eucalyptus tree. It's a very long snake. One day in the leaves of the eucalyptus tree hung a scare in the air where no eye could see. When along skipped a boy with a whirly-twirly toy to the shade of the eucalyptus tree. Uh-oh, do you see? Down, down slid the snake from the leaves of the tree and gobbled up the boy with his whirly-twirly toy. One day in the eucalyptus tree. Uh-oh. I bet, said the boy in the belly dark and deep, that you're still very hungry and there's still more you can eat. Do you think, said the snake to the boy with the toy, that there's room for something yummy with you inside my tummy? Cheep, cheep, came a chirp from the leaves of the tree. Oh, a bird with a worm in a game of hide and seek. There's a bird, there's the worm. Sneaky slidey zipped the snake from his place in the leaves and gobbled up the bird and her ooey gooey worm one day in the eucalyptus tree. I bet, said the boy in the belly dark and deep, that you're still very hungry and there's more you can eat. Purr, purr, came a stir from the leaves of the tree. Oh, a cat in a nap on his furry back. Under over slid the snake from his place in the leaves and gobbled up the cat in his daisy cozy nap. One day in the eucalyptus tree. Uh-oh. Look what's happening. It's getting so much bigger. Oh, surely, very surely, Mr. Snake, said the boy. There is room, still more room, so much more to enjoy. Crinkle, wrinkle, came the rustle from the leaves of the tree. Oh, a sloth cloaked in moss, sipping leafy tea. Wiggle, waggle, stretched the snake from his place in the leaves and gobbled up the sloth, clothed in fuzzy, wuzzy moss. One day in the eucalyptus tree. I'll bet, said the boy in the belly dark and deep, that you're still very hungry and that there's more you can eat. Slurp, burp, came a belch from the leaves of the tree. Oh, an ape eating grapes, lounging like a queen. Twist, twist, bent the snake from his place in the leaves and gobbled up the ape and her munchy, bunchy grapes in one day in the eucalyptus tree. Uh-oh, it's on the next page. Oh, surely, very surely, Mr. Snake, said the boy. There is room, still more room, so much room to enjoy. Munch, munch, came a crunch from the leaves of the tree. Oh, a rare kind of bear, munching tasty greens. Up, snaked the snake from his place in the leaves and gobbled up the bear with the qually-wally hair. One day in the eucalyptus tree. Uh-oh, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think, asked the snake to the boy with the toy. "I should take one more bite while my tummy feels so tight." "Oh, surely, very surely, Mr. Snake," said the boy. "There is room, so much room. Go ahead, please enjoy." "Do you think there's room?" "Maybe." "Buzz, buzz," hummed a noise from the leaves of the tree. "Oh, a hive full of bees dancing happily." "Uh-oh, we need bees." "Creaky, eeky," inched the snake from his place in the leaves and gobbled up the hive and the bumbling bees inside. One day in the eucalyptus tree. What do you think will happen? "I bet," said the boy in the belly dark and deep, "that you're still very hungry and there's more you can eat." "No," said the snake. "Oh, surely, very surely, Mr. Snake," said the boy. "There is room, still more room." What do you think? Do you think there's more room? "No," said the snake. "Something small?" asked the boy. "Sniff, sniff," hissed the snake from his place in the leaves. "Oh, a fruit, a small fruit, swaying in the breeze. And on that piece of fruit, that plummy, chummy fruit, was a teeny tiny fly." Gurgle, gurgle came a blurble from that belly dark and full. Stretch, 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 burp, belch, blah. Out was the fly, out rolled the fruit, out buzzed the hive, out ran the bear, out swung the ape, out slunk the sloth, out dashed the cat, out flew the bird, out slimed the worm, and out skipped the boy with his twirly-whirly toy, and... "Oh," moaned the snake, "I've a crummy tummy ache." One day in the eucalyptus tree. And that's the end. Although, looks like we have an alligator friend. Hope you liked that book. Parents, we have a quick tip about writing. Encouraging scribbling, drawing, and writing is really important. Talk to your kids about what they're drawing and what they're writing. And for more fun, you can take a walk with a pad of paper and have them draw things they see on the walk that they really think are cool. And you can talk about those when you get home, as you're on the walk. It's a great way to engage them and to get them talking and thinking. So, we have a fun song, and I have a friend to help me out. This is Samuel the Snake. And it's The Wheels on the Bus. Let's see how that goes. Are you ready? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the day. What's next? The wipers? What do they go? Swish, swish, swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the day. I said wipers, not vipers. What about the driver? The driver on the bus goes move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus goes move on back, all through the day. And what next? The snakes on the bus? Uh-oh. The snakes on the bus go hiss, 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 hiss. The snakes on the bus go hiss, 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 all through the day. The people on the bus go snakes, 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 snakes. The people on the bus go snakes, 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 all through the day. It was very silly. Snakes in real life are a little scary to some people, but snakes are way more scared of you than you are of them. So, to learn more about snakes, we have the Blandford Nature Center. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.
This is Blandford's eastern garter snake. They don't have a name yet, and I'm going to do my best to refer to them as they instead of he or she, because we're not exactly sure if this is a male or a female eastern garter. And the reason why we don't know that is because if it was a male, they could potentially just be a full-grown male who's going to stay quite small. If they were a female, there's a good chance that they might be a young female that has yet to get to their full length. So we're going to call them they, them, and their. And eventually, Facebook is going to help us name them. But for now, I'm going to tell you why this garter snake doesn't live in the wild anymore. This snake was found right over by our schoolhouse by our master naturalist, who at the time was giving a hike to some dendrology college students. And dendrology is the study of trees, so how perfect that they found this snake right in their own habitat. And so when they found this snake, they noticed that there was some blood on the top of the head as well as over the right eye. In fact, when they brought them into us, we noticed that there was almost a pyramidal crust of blood right off of the eyeball, and we couldn't even see the eyeball anymore. And so because this snake was found here at Blandford, it was a good reminder to us that the Blandford Forest is a healthy ecosystem for eastern garters. But because we knew that that healing was going to take a while, we decided to keep the snake until its next shed. So it ate some night crawlers with us, took baths in its dish of water, soaked in the heat of the light bulbs, and then when that first shed came through, immediately we noticed that there was still some scale damage to the head, and you can see that in a snake's shed by some dark patterning to those scales. But also, once that shed was finished, the eyeball was flat and smooth. In fact, no eyeball is there at all. It's basically an empty cavity of healed tissue. So now this snake can no longer see out of their right side. And as a predator, it's really important for the snake to be able to see the world around them to locate their prey. But it's also important for them to see the world around them to notice when predators are coming near. But I bet you're thinking, well, wait a second, snakes don't just rely on their sense of sight. You're right. But because this snake needs both eyeballs to be able to locate its prey or predators, we wouldn't be able to release it into the wild for it to have a fully successful life. But you're right. Thinking about that sense of smell, snakes do use their tongue to smell. And this snake's tongue was not damaged during the injury. And if you're wondering, well, what injury happened? How do you think it got that way? Probably a predator was attacking it and was hoping to eat it, and then the snake potentially got away. And there are all kinds of predators of snakes, from crows to blue jays to raccoons, even foxes. And so going back to that sense of smell, a snake is actually spiraling its tongue into a circular vortex in order to make a ring of air that pulls smell into their mouth. And then that smell, those particles attach themselves to the snake's tongue, and then the snake rubs their tongue on the roof of their mouth on a special organ called the Jacobson's organ that tells their brain, all right, what you're sensing is a predator. Watch out. All right, what you're sensing is a big, fat, juicy night crawler. You've got to find it and eat it. Thinking back to that slithering motion that some of us think is kind of spooky, but I think is wicked cool, goes all the way back to their ancestors deciding, you know what, these legs aren't doing a whole lot for me. In fact, when they lift me up off the ground, they make me more visible to my predators and more visible to the prey that I'm trying to sneak up on. So over time, the snakes lost their legs in order for them to find new niches, new parts of the habitat where they can hide from predators and locate more prey. And so that ended up being slithering from branch to branch in the trees, but primarily in the grasses and in the leaf litter of the forest floor. Now, garter snakes, though they're common in Michigan, they're very easily mistaken with ribbon snakes. And one sure way you can tell the difference between a garter snake and a ribbon snake is by looking at the head. I know that's probably a place that you're like, I'm not trying to get too close to the head, but even from a little bit far away, you can see certain characteristics. On garter snakes, you'll notice that on basically their cheek scales, there will be a little bit of black along that olivey yellow, green, gold coloration. Ribbon snakes will not have that on their cheek scales. However, ribbon snakes will have what I call a white tear right in the fronts of both of their eyes. Garter snakes will not have that. So you'll notice that this garter does not have that little white tear. So thank you all for letting me introduce you to Blandford Nature Center's Eastern garter snake.